Okay, everybody, how are you guys doing? Hope una day okay. From this side, all of us day very okay. Um, a lot of you were very concerned. Thank you for your concern, but nothing they happen. Okay, just let you guys know everything is cool. I just came back from New York, um, and between trying to round up what we went to do yesterday in New York and then doing one or two things in the studio. Yeah, I couldn't start exactly when I was supposed to start, but it's all fixed now, and we are here to do the broadcast today. So I want to thank all of you who joined in at 10 o'clock Eastern and you didn't see anything, no problem. You can always go back and watch it on our YouTube um, channel. All right, so please forgive me, but it's okay, it's all good. We're doing everything to make sure that we bring you a very good program. It's not easy to have to do all the things we have to do, all the logistics that we have to do to bring this thing your way. But it's okay. We thank God that is on our side. For if it was not God on our side, if it has not been God on our side, our enemies would have swallowed us in their madness. Then they mad, all of them. I'm telling you, very mad people. Don't mind them. With that, I say we will go United Nations. They say with a joke. Thanks to all of you who send message and say, Chidi, no go there, Chidi. This thing don't they get too serious, so they don't mark you. Ah, it's not only me that they have marked, and I don't know why people are so interested in self-preservation. As long as they don't remove my name, as long as no be only me, then the 200 million Nigerians, you don't care, it doesn't matter to you. No, they have marked all of us. Only about 1,000 they no mark. I like Frederick Odorige when Femi Adesina said, millions of Nigerians don't care about Omoyele Sowore. Frederick Odorige said, no, I don't know how you got your own mathematics, but you know pass 5,000, is it 500 people that he said? Say you know pass 500 people that actually caused all the confusion in Nigeria, and he broke it down. By the time he calculated all the governors, all the senators, all the members of House of Assembly, all the ministers, he said these are the people that run Nigeria. Just that, and he got me thinking. That's true. That's true. The people that make things happen are just a few hundreds of people. They're not plenty. I'm telling you. By the time you just count all the people that are holding political offices, they are the ones that are controlling millions of Nigerians, and it is what they do that happens. You see, do you remember that book? Her husband has gone mad again. That's where Nigeria is right now. That is, we are living inside madness, the kind of madness that you have never seen anywhere. I'm telling you. Where's this my paper? I take right all the mad things where they happen. Wait, make I bring them so that I go fit. I don't want to forget anyone, because those people, their madness is getting too much. Mm-hmm. Say, do you guys know about the cricket? You grew up in the village and you don't know. I mean, you didn't grow up in the village. Me, I grew up in the village. Cricket, abozo, in Igbo language. I don't know what you call it in your own language, but abozo, cricket. When you put it inside fire, it will begin to bring out oil. You see oil oozing from the thing what they do like when they fry something, the oil go dey come out. So you know what the cricket told all the other animals? He say, hey, see me, see the oil wey dey come out from my body. It was doing guy. I don't know. I remember when my kids were very small, when we tell them, when they finish showering, as soon as we allow them to put Vaseline on themselves, come and see magic. Once they finish showering, if you don't run to them and they get to that Vaseline, when you appear on that crisis scene, you just see Vaseline all over their body. See how they rub Vaseline, they go like this. By the way, I still use Vaseline up till now. Can you imagine? I still use Vaseline. That's the only thing I use. And me and my wife, that one are just secret. Don't tell anybody and tell them to come and pay me for advert. Just put your hand inside Vaseline and just do like this. They don't even rub it. Just get the Vaseline with two hands. Daddy, look. I said, oh, it's beautiful. Baby, you look beautiful. You're the most beautiful person on the face of the earth. And when my wife come, my wife will scream. Anyway, that's our own story. So the crickets, they inside fire, they burn. Come they talk, say it they shine, say they ooze oil. That is what is happening to General Muhammadu Buhari now, and all his cohorts, and all the people where they help him to carry out the evil against the nation of Nigeria and its citizens. That's how far we have gotten right now. We have gotten to a point where we have lost it. We used to say that we are losing it. Oh no, we have lost it. Anybody that you see right now that is, you can be Buhari supporter, you can be his family, you can be his party person and all of that, support him. But if you are supporting the things that he is doing, if you are promoting it, if you are part of the people that are closing their eyes to all the atrocities that is going on in Nigeria, you are mad. I'm telling you, if you like, call it hate speech. If you like, I know you already marked me, so that is down. Need fear no for on our side. We dey for the ground of bottom of our people. So we don't even, or either whether we dey bottom, we dey high on our list. Anyhow, no. But all of them are they mad now. That is the truth. And if you are on this channel, because I know I can see you. No, sir, I know you're here. I know when you begin to make your comments under fake name, we know. And I ask you people, all those people where they come under those names, just leave them alone. When they talk the one way we know like, we go delete them. Okay? I always beg, and let me pause and beg you for subscription. We want you to subscribe to our channel. We want you to click the notification button. We want you to make your comment. We want you to give us advice. But if you just stay here and you talk the one, we no agree under our own law of respect each other, we will just delete you. We don't need that, your own subscription. You, with your subscription and your team of monitoring spirit, get out of here. That's... Seba poa, because get out of here, man. You and I just came back from Wanagano City, man. New York, babe, man, New York City, man. I'm gonna wanna get you out of here, man. So United Kingdom government finally UK has now. We don't push them. People say that what we are doing is we are wasting our time, blah, blah, blah. Chidi, you should go and sit down. This thing will not amount to anything. For where? Even from within our ranks. When I say within our ranks, because, yes, now, everybody get their own problem. Inside the Take It Back, inside AAC, inside Coalition for Revolution, we still do quarter with ourselves sometimes. It's even from inside us. Somebody talk, say, make we know they do protest. Say protest, no they work. Say protest, blah 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 blah. This on that one. But look, because of protest, because of the chase where they go chase Buhari for United Kingdom, because of all the calls that we made to the Archbishop of Canterbury, because of the persistent articles where Sahara reporters and other meaningful journalists, the few endangered species who are still remaining in that our Nigeria, because of what they are doing, the United Kingdom government have finally reacted. They have finally reacted to what is happening to Omoyele Sowore. Isn't that interesting? Doesn't that show you? Because you know, say now UK they support Buhari. That those are the people that give him backing to do all the nonsense that he's doing. I'm telling you, that is that's the truth. It's UK government that is that is following. Hold on. I want to show you guys the story because as I dey read am, na so I dey want make una dey see am. Na so our program na live and direct. No, we no dey go begin to as I dey read am. I just hear the news. My chairman, my oga, just outline the news. But now I go read am, and as I dey read am, I want make you self follow me dey read the thing, dey see wetin I dey see, so that all of us dey view am together. So where the news, just small. I go open the news. You know, as we dey do am, open the news, and me and you will go see it at the same time. Then we go come read am. When we read am, we go. Those of you wey go afternoon school, na go interpret am for us. We wey we go night school, no dey get some kind English wey we no dey like to even go into interpreting. If you speak English to me and 7 o'clock never reach the time when I take learn my English, you dey waste your time. I no go understand. Now when the sun don go down, darkness dey around me, I go remember as the weather be when I learn my own English. So I dey only understand English for night because I go night school. Oh, that's not true. Anyway, so the United Kingdom government says we are following Shore's case closely. They are following Shore. When they begin to talk like, you know, I don't understand diplomacy. When you understand diplomacy, you know, say we don't follow diplomacy. So we now they do United Nations diplomacy. Think say that my something, I beg you, Joe. You think he say it's easy? Think say it's easy to do United Nations diplomacy? Like, if nobody praise me, make I praise myself. Think it's easy? No, it's not easy. I beg. You know, say wetin they call am? A lizard fall from sky. Say if anybody no praise him man, you go praise himself. So I just praise myself there. If you no like him, I beg, go make you go hug. Make you go hug. You go hug transformer for me. I beg. If you don't like wetin we dey talk, just go and hug transformer. Make you come tell us the gist after how far with the transformer. Alright. So that's the news. That's one of the news we are following. The UK government first arrested on August 3rd, 2019 by the Department of State Service for calling on Nigerians to pour out to the streets in peaceful demonstrations to demand a better country from the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. Sowore was again on Friday arrested inside the Federal High Court that we know, released on bail 125 in detention, during which time 2 court orders had directed his freedom but flouted by the government. Like the United States through its Department of high-ranking senators, the United Kingdom has also spoken. We're gonna look the other man and woman. That one no follow for our story. If I wanna go talk, make I even go. Those people, they know they pay me for advert. I go advertise them. We just commot them. Just commot them like this. Take style, commot them. We will just put our own brother Sowore when they see them, they talk about his story. All those other people on that side, when them pay me, then go call advertise them. Anyway, Sha. So like the United States through its Department of State and high-ranking senators, the United Kingdom has also spoken out over the rearrest and rights violation of pro-democracy campaigner and journalist Omoyele Sowore by the Nigerian government. They don't talk him. He was standing trial, blah blah blah. The Nigerian government is accusing, blah blah blah. Situation has drawn criticism. Also reacting to the situation, the United Kingdom government, through the British High Commission in Nigeria on Tuesday, in a post on Twitter, called on Buhari to respect the rule of law as regards Showore's case. It said in a tweet, "We are following closely the continued detention of Sowore. Respect for the rule of law and free and responsible speech are fundamental for democracy." Earlier in the week, a coalition of civil society groups gave the Buhari administration a 2-week ultimatum to release Sowore or face mass action. There have been similar pronouncements from other groups, all calling on the Nigerian government, make una do the right thing. Nigerian government, we don't tell una, make una do the right thing. Okay? If you people are wise, you had better do the right thing. But if you're refusing to do the right thing, well, now as you make your bed, now so you go lie on it. Yesterday, we were at the United Nations. I know a lot of you are waiting to hear gist about how that one carry go. It went well. The story about that we shall let you guys know. But this I want to show you guys the guy who is the main man. In fact, you know what? Let me play the video for you. Maybe when I play the video for you, you guys will it's right there on our channel. But you can also, we review things here because some of you don't have the time to go and start searching for it, and so whenever we get an opportunity to have you on our show, we just want to make sure that we serve you with everything that we can. So I'm gonna go to where that video is. I know a lot of you have watched it, but please bear with the people who have not watched it. Okay, don't become within the color. Don't be selfish. Maybe we give other people too a chance. Okay, we were at the United Nations, and Omoyele Showore's wife sent her regrets that she couldn't make it to the place, because by the time she would leave where she was to where the event was happening, the United Nations headquarters, it would have been too late, and she didn't want to come there, and it would be embarrassing to look as if she took them for granted. So that's why she had her speech read for her. Okay, so that's what happened. But we represented the those guys were so afraid of us. The organizers of the program, they were so very afraid of us. They were begging us. They were literally begging us, please, 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 don't worry, we know what's going on. Because let me tell you guys something you have not seen in the video. We had the deputy ambassador of Nigeria there in that house, the deputy ambassador of Nigeria to the US. We had him, this is the what they call it, head of chancery or something like that. We had this deputy there, and he couldn't stay still. He was so tensed up, he was so nervous. He was on the high table, and with us dressed the way we were dressed, he didn't feel comfortable. And we didn't say anything, we didn't do anything to him, but just by being there, and that is what it should be. Whenever you're doing something bad, whenever you're representing a government that is doing something bad, you should be afraid when you see people who are fighting for the freedom of the masses. So when we were there, it was not comfortable. And after a short while, he just got up and he left. He didn't even wait for when it was our turn to speak. And so they kept asking us to please cool down, take it easy. I said, no, we're not going to do anything. Why are you people panicking? We don't want to do anything now. We are law-abiding citizens. We not be law-abiding citizens. But anyways, we finally got our chance to speak.
Yeah, my name is Senda. Our life becomes silent until we allow our leaders to keep ruling our lives. Always they disrespect the youth. I'm trying to introduce my friend who want to give a speech about what is going on in Nigeria. So I still want to give appreciate the guy in Nigeria that is really working hard for the youth. His name is Deji Adeyanju.
Thank you very much, everybody. We don't want to take your time. The reason I came all the way from Toronto, Canada for this event is because of the seriousness of what is going on in Nigeria. It is going on in so many places, but especially in Nigeria right now. We respect the organizers of this program. We don't want to be disrespectful to you. We want to be as diplomatic as possible, but we want the whole world to know that the president of Nigeria, General Muhammad Buhari, has turned Nigeria into a lawless state right now as I speak to you. A resident of New Jersey, and the person of Omoyele Sowore is now in detention just for speaking about the same thing that this program is talking about. That's why we came all the way to United Nations to let the whole world know what is going on. He's been imprisoned just for demanding for freedom of speech, for demanding for basic things that people need to survive in Nigeria. There's so many things that we can say, but I know that you have given us only 2 minutes. I wish we had the time to read what we have, but I would respect you. Maybe there'll be another time for this. We shall give a speech, a recorded speech after this, where we can tell the world how we feel. But there is a letter from the wife of this man who is right now in prison. He was granted bail, and when he was about to walk out of the courtroom, the president ordered the State Security Service of Nigeria to come into the courtroom with guns pulled that the judge had to run out of the courtroom. And they chased the lawyers away, and they rearrested him, and they disrespected and desecrated the courtroom. That is the kind of thing we have in Nigeria right now. I'm going to allow the wife, who is not able to make it here today, for her speech to be a brief version of her speech to be made by our brother. Thank you very much. Sorry, my name is Dr. Chidi Adetwayan.
Good evening, everybody. All protocols to be observed. Thank you for this opportunity, the organizers of this program. We thank you, we commend you, thank you, Ambassador, for this opportunity to present this letter. The wife of Omoyele Sowore, she's supposed to be here, but she can't make it down. She sent a speech for me to read to on her behalf to the United Nations. My name is Dr. Awe. I reside here. I'm delivering this speech on behalf of Omoyele Sowore. Today, December 10th, as the world celebrates Human Rights Day, my husband, Omoyele Sowore, sits in an isolated prison in Nigeria, where he has been illegally abducted and detained by the President Buhari regime for 130 days and counting. Many people know my husband as a human rights activist and for his work as founder of New York-based Sahara Reporters. He shed light on corruption, human rights abuses, and political misconduct in Nigeria. Omoyele Showore's case is not isolated. His case bigger than represents something much bigger than his individual struggle for governance, for good governance, acceptable living standards, and his dream of a Nigeria that works for all its citizens. Today, Agba Jalingo and many other journalists, activists, and bloggers sit in prisons across Nigeria in clear violation of their fundamental human rights. Their collective cases represent a crackdown on freedom of speech, press, freedom of expression, and a clear sign of shrinking civil space in Nigeria. President Buhari's regime has shown a clear disregard for the rule of law, openly violating court orders for release of many of these critical voices. Also for profound concern at the recent social media and hate speech bills that are designed to legally silence critics of the Nigerian government. This Human Rights Day, I am calling on the United Nations to please intervene on behalf of my husband, Omoyele Showore, and on behalf of all other political prisoners of conscience in Nigeria. I am fearful that without your help, my husband will not come home, and that is the fact. I have had to comfort my young children in the middle of the night when they've had nightmares. 12 hours after the release of my husband, I had to tell my children that the Nigerian government had illegally taken him into custody again. My husband's life and the life of many other journalists and activists depend on your action and swift intervention. Thank you, Dr. Awe, on behalf of Omoyele Showore, speaking for the wife. Thank you. Before I go, I would like to use the opportunity to call on the representative of the Oni of Ife, is the supreme ruler, supreme Oba in the Yoruba kingdom in Nigeria, to please stand up and speak on behalf of one of his sons, Omoyele Showore, to call on the Buhari government to do the right thing, to obey justice, obey court orders, and release Omoyele Showore. Please, sir, we ask you to send this message to Oni of Ife. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, my brother. Just like I started my program with this International Declaration of Human Rights, the Article 9 says, no one shall be subjected to arbitrary arrest, detention, or exile. Article 10 says, everyone is entitled to full equality to a fair and public hearing by an independent and impartial tribunal in the determination of his rights and obligation and of any criminal charges against him. So if we get the formal complaint from you, formal request for intervention, we will engage the government of Nigeria and the Honorable President of Nigeria to resolve it. Thank you.
Okay, guys. So for those of you who missed that video, that was outing, but that's just a part that we just want you guys to see for now. That was the high point of our visit to the UN. Of course, we had other discussions, and the letter they requested, we are working on that letter, and I think by now they must have submitted that letter because I left them in New York yesterday. But that is an update on our mission to the United Nations. Very, very fruitful. The reason why it's important that you see that video is that they made a commitment on that video. You saw it was recorded. The ambassador made that commitment right there on the video, so that it's not like this one they'll just promise you they'll do something. Those are very high-powered individuals there that you saw. That room was packed with a lot of ambassadors, a lot of foreign mission representatives in that place from all over the place. It was a very, very fruitful mission there at the United Nations. Please, I am not able to read your comments. I'll read your comments later. So please, if you're dropping any comments, I'll read them later. But forgive me if I'm not able to react immediately. Let me quickly warn us about there's this There's this text. It's a WhatsApp text. I don't know where they got it from. It's been spreading all over the place. Please, please, I want you guys to stop. The text says that breaking news from Ogo Oluwa Ujuwa Damisi. It says Shore is in a private hospital that is unconscious. Please pray for him. I beg, please stop spreading that kind of news. I don't know where that gist came from. Shore doesn't believe in those kind of things. Million and one people, million and one prophets have prophesied things that didn't even work. If they are that smart, I wonder why they don't see some of the things that will help people. They just see doom. I beg, let them show us where we'll go and do something and make money. Let them show us. Let them. I don't understand. But anyway, that story is fake. Shore is not in any hospital. Shore is in DSS detention center as I speak with you, and we've been able to make contact with him. He is the same person that you have known from when. Okay, so please, just he has read that, he has known about the text, and he just laughed over it. I beg, make una know they spread that kind of news. Shore is not in the hospital. We want him to get medical attention as soon as possible. We are concerned about his health. We are concerned that he may have been poisoned by DSS. We don't know how, we don't know when, but we don't trust DSS. We don't trust General Buhari and his cohorts there. We don't trust them. So that's where we are. That's just the news out there. Every other thing that you're reading, please check it very well before you start spreading the news. Okay. Some people are so much in a hurry to just spread the news anyhow. No, not be like that now. And I know some of you are wondering, why am I at the United Nations on my own volition? I decided that from that yesterday at the United Nations headquarters, I was going to be addressing General Buhari as General Buhari, and I was surprised when this morning I saw that the Punch newspaper had declared that from now on, that's from when they published that article, going forward they would address Buhari as General Buhari. When I heard that one, I said, you see, people like to accuse Chidi of this one, that one. This one is not me, oh. It's not my face, so it's not me that said it. This one is all you trolls and troublemakers and jealousy wicked people. When you come to our own station, when you come to our own media house, when you come to our own broadcast, you come there and say, Chidi, you guys do this year, small nonsense channel, that's what you're using to make noise, blah blah blah, just be spreading saliva. And so you don't know that sometimes when you're talking, when you're typing something, we can smell your you can smell your smelly mouth through your text, and even the saliva that you're pouring out will come and be hitting me on the face here. So please stop talking all that nonsense. Look at what Punch is saying. You're there criticizing us that we don't know what we're doing, but sometimes we actually start these things before you see it in other places. Why? Because we are close to what is going on. We are feeling it. Me and you on this channel, we feel this thing more than a lot of people. How do I know it? Because I know how, we cry. We all cry together. We all feel this pain together. Some of these people, they don't know what is going on. They don't care. They don't have any emotional attachment to what is going on. They don't care. They don't bloody give a damn. But you and I, we know. So see Punch newspaper. Thank God that they are now writing like a news media with a conscience. The other day somebody was on AIT was talking. They were saying, this is just you have to tone down your words. You have to tone down your words. They're all afraid. Punch has come out now to say, look, oh, from now on, oh, until we see changes. It says Punch condemns show arrest will arrest Buhari spent chant for disobeying court orders until he and his repressive regime purge themselves of their martial tendency. Therefore, Punch will not be a party to falsely adorning it with a democratic robe. Hence, our decision to label it for what it is, an autocratic military-style regime run by Major General Muhammadu Buhari. Papra 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 papa 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 papra papa. Boy, Corporal, comrades, Chidi Cadet Wanyang, on behalf of the general masses of the citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and every other person we no agree or we disagree with Nigeria or join, whether it be Biafra, whether it be Mossab, whether it be Niger Delta, anybody, whether it be South, East, Arewa, all of us join together to let you know, Oga General, that we have been in military regime since. That's why we started to wear the what did you think we were doing when we started to wear berets? We started to wear berets when we see say the rhythm have changed. So now are you beginning to understand what is going on? Oh, so all that thing we I do, when I don't even see him. Oh, I thought I was showing you my face. Oh, you missed the action. I'll do a quick review. Papra 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 pam 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 pra. I, Corporal, Comrade Chidi of the Ordinary People Army of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, including the people where they call am Zoo, and the people of Biafra, IPOB, Mossab, everything, South, Niger Delta, Arewa, Oduduwa, everybody join. All of us want to recognize you, General Buhari. Say, we know since that we have entered military regime of your next level, and one chance where we enter since. Oga, that's why we start to wear the beret and bandana since, because when we look, we see say this motor where we enter na one chance. Now him we come immediately sharpen up, begin to wear beret. Sure, sir. Now so we dey see you since. So all of now wey dey punch. Good say now wake up now, but we don't wake up. We don't know since. We don't tell now. This thing have start again. We knew a long time ago. So let me just directly address my brothers. What you have to do is you have to refresh your system if you want to see what we're doing now. You need to go out and come back. That's the only way you can see what we're doing now. You have to go back and you have to go and come back. Then you will see how we're doing. Please just go and refresh your system. I mean, not refresh your system, like go and click on the thing again. Go out of YouTube, come back and click on it, and you will see that we're back. But thank you so much for staying on. Let me address my fellow Igbo people. Purely, if you're an Igbo man, not my Igbo people, because it's not, different people believe different things. in Igbo land and amongst the people of Biafra. It's not Igbo people I'm addressing, it's the people of Biafra. And not just the people of Biafra, because inside the people of Biafra, they have different groupings too. I want to address those of us who are in IPOB, okay, the indigenous people of Biafra. I've said it a million times. I'm not saying this to impress you, because if you go and check my story, you will understand that I'm a child of the Biafran War. I was born at the time that the war planes of the Nigerian army was dropping bombs on Queen Elizabeth Hospital, Umuahia. At that particular moment, that's when I was born, and all the doctors abandoned my mother with her open stomach because they performed an operation and they brought me out. She used her hand to grab her tummy while her tummy was still open, because the doctors and the nurses, everybody ran away because of the bullets that was in the whole place. She pulled me down from where they had kept me, the baby crib, and she lay over me while the bullets and the bombs and everything was happening. She covered me with her body until the raid stopped, and then the doctors came out. Of course, they lost some hospital personnel in that attack, and the people who were remaining came back to continue surgery on her. Why did I tell you this story? I want you to know that the passion of Biafra is in me, it burns in my veins. But what I cannot tolerate is some of you people who conduct yourself like empty heads. And I know you're going to attack me. It's not everybody, but if you conduct yourself in a way that presents you as somebody who does not have knowledge and information, then I don't have time for you. Okay? I don't understand why every time you see people talk about Nigeria, you just come and attack them. No, that's not how it works. I believe in the Biafran struggle. I sympathize with the Biafran struggle. But then we all have different ways that we believe we can achieve our aim. What you must do is that you must continue, and that's what you do in life. You must continue to pursue what you believe in, whether be it ideology, whether be it a system, whatever it is. Make sure that you are committed to it. Make sure you pursue it with zeal. But don't be all about antagonizing, fighting somebody else who does not believe in what you believe. Just like if you're a Christian and you have no tolerance for somebody who is not a Christian, I don't want to deal with you. Or you're a Muslim and you have no tolerance for somebody who is not a Muslim, I don't want to deal with you. Or you are somebody of one tribe and you can't stand another tribe, I don't have time for you. Because it doesn't make sense if on one hand you say you believe in a cause and you don't believe in what the leader of that cause believes in, then you don't have any business being identified with that cause. So if you belong to IPOB and you listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and you trust him and you believe what he says, how come when you open your mouth to talk, you say things that run contrary to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu believes? Do you think Nnamdi Kanu is dumb? Do you think Nnamdi Kanu is not intelligent? Do you think Ohamadike is a fool? I don't understand. What don't you think there is something that Nnamdi Kanu and Omoyele Sowore saw in each other that made them decide to honor a meeting between two of them? And they sat and they talked to each other. And after that meeting, a lot of you were just running your mouth anyhowly. I don't like it. Why don't you go and check out what after that meeting, why don't you go and listen to that interview they granted after that meeting? Because after you listen to that interview, you'll be able to understand how these two young men respect each other. You'll be able to see how they view what is happening in our country, Nigeria. So that when you talk, you will not be making a fool of yourself. You'll be talking something that rhymes with the person who is the leader of the ideology that you know, propagate. Okay? Nnamdi Kanu has a lot of respect for Moyele Sowore. Omoyele Sowore has a lot of respect for Nnamdi Kanu. So when you now come and you keep on criticizing Omoyele Sowore, and you keep, using foul language on him, and yet you always come to listen to our broadcast, I don't think it is proper. What I think you should do is, and that's what I advise people on our channel, when you come there, just make your point known. Present your argument. Present your ideology. Maybe somebody else who doesn't understand what you stand for will be able to actually understand where you stand. But if you just start attacking someone for not agreeing with you, I don't think it is the best thing to do. And I see this happen a lot of times on our channel, when people are chatting on our channel. I see it happen a lot of times, and it doesn't present us in a good light. I'm an Igbo man. I'm an unapologetic Igbo man. My Igbo-ness, okay, my Igbo-ness, they inside the blood. Or in our blood. My Igbo in our blood. So, Raposia, all these things that people are talking. When I switch into my original Igbo-ness, you will know that you are not more Igbo than me, or you are not more Biafra than me. Of course, this is on a lighter note. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is that we should chill, and that if you come to my channel and you don't conduct yourself very well, I will not tolerate you, and I will just delete you. The thing I wanted to show you was Nnamdi Kanu's comment about Omoyele Sowore. Some people will say, okay, that was before now. That was before. What of right now? What of right? So what I wanted to show you is the one he made right now. What I'm talking about, like today. I'm gonna click on it, and I hope it shows up, because we're still having this these glitches that are happening on our station. Now, this is what Nnamdi Kanu had to say, because when I'm talking now, some of you will say, this boy, efulefu, this one, you know sabi anything, you be mumu, yeah, you are supporting Oshowole. Don't support Oshowole again. You my brother, I know they yab you, but make we all of us we are forgetting in this whole thing. We get one common enemy now. Also, I will come they give them room to mess us up. No, not be like that. Me and you, we got to pull together to fight these people. These people not be better people. We know they give them chance to come and mess us up again. So this is in the news. I hope it works. Yeah. Now Nnamdi Kanu sends a message to Buhari's government. Now you're surprised, Shibi, you didn't know. If you didn't know. So now you see where I'm coming from. This is Ohamadike 1 of Biafra. This is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself, whom I know that you, my brother, you respect him, just like I respect him. Just like Omoyele Sowore respects him. Just like a lot of well-meaning comrades respect him. This is what he has to say. to General Buhari concerning Omoyele Sowore. This one is not a different person. This is not the same Sowore way they talk. So I want you to understand where I'm coming from. This is a time when we must all bond together. Okay? We have to be together now to fight our enemy. How can we fighting ourselves when we have the same common enemy? So you see, recognize that it's the same person I'm talking about. Now, what does the story say? Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has called for the immediate release of convener of revolution now, Omoyele Sowore. Kanu, who had earlier declared Sowore as the new face of the Yoruba kingdom, called on President Muhammad Buhari's government to immediately release Omoyele Sowore. The IPOB leader also clamored for immediate end to the persecution of journalists reporting the truth in Nigeria. Kanu said this on his official Twitter page, which is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He wrote, "As the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra," people, please stop calling me now. I'm on air. He wrote, "As the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, I'm calling on the Nigerian government to release Sowore immediately and to cease its persecution of journalists who report the truth." Daily Post recalls that the IPOB leader on Monday declared that the reign of Bola Tinubu as the Yoruba leader was over, while insisting that Omoyele Sowore, convener of Revolution Now movement, has taken over as the Yoruba leader. The IPOB leader described Sowore as the new face of the Yoruba liberation, stressing that the activists will be made the next face of Yoruba land anytime he steps out of prison. You see what is going on. This thing is sounding very, very tribalistic now. And you know me, we try to keep this very civil, but sometimes truth is truth. We try to just hit the truth in the head. It might be uncomfortable to you, but what can I do? Sometimes when I hear the truth, I feel the same way too. So I encourage people to tell me the truth about myself. But I need to pause here and ask my Yoruba brothers and sisters, how far? How far? How far? How far? How far? Make una check very well, oh. How far? Say sometimes people dey talk this thing, we try to ignore it, but how far? People should be in the forefront too. I'm telling you, it's not good sometimes when we call for protests, they call for mass action. A lot of Nigerians will come out because Sowore appeals to everybody from every tribe in Nigeria, and we'll have to be cajoling some of us who are from the same place with Omoyele Sowore. It shouldn't be. Nobody should have to preach to you. Nobody should have to try to convince you. You should be in the forefront. That's why I have so much respect for our mothers who came all the way from Ondo State to Abuja to they nakeded they nakeded themselves right there in Abuja to insist that General Buhari releases their child. That's the kind of thing I want to encourage you guys to do the more, because other people from other parts of Nigeria cannot cry, as they say, more than the bereaved. All right. Anyways, enough of that. That was from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and a lot of you have been asking, what about Omoyele Sowore? How's he doing? Everything okay with him? And of course, we tell you, Sowore. See, if you know Sowore, if you understand who he is, you will not be bothering about him. You will not be bothering about him. If you know him very well, you know that the young man, he cares more about you outside and how you are carrying on more than he cares about himself. So um, I would advise that if you really care about Omoyele Sowore, speak more about him, post things about him. Let us, justice to one is justice to all. All this talk about he's receiving punishment, law of karma, this, that. He campaigned against Jonathan. All that one is bullshit for now. What is important is that Nigeria is under siege. General Buhari is running the country like the wild, wild west, like it is his personal property, and we need to resist him. And that's what we're asking you to do right now. That is what we should be focusing on. Otherwise, I don't know, all these things that are happening, price of food, insecurity, I don't know whether I know reach for your house. And then talking about Shore's family, I need you to understand that Shore's family, immediate family, I'm not talking about where he came from in Nigeria. I'm talking about not being tribal here, but his immediate family, Shore's immediate family, they have cried out to General Buhari, and then about his plans to kill their son. That's what they said. They are saying that, hey, these people are planning to kill our son. That people should check. They are trying to kill their son. That's what they are saying. And so I'm gonna show you guys the story. I'm gonna show you guys the story. They are planning to kill our son. That's what they said. So they want the Nigerian government to do something about it. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, so that's the story. Shore's family cries out. They allege that DSS is planning to kill the activist. This one is no longer alleged. They are just trying to be politically correct. They're trying to be nice, They're trying to be very nice. That's what you're seeing. And but we know the truth is that DSS and Buhari, they want Sowore dead. That this was Sowore after that attack in court. You can see all our gallant comrades surrounding him. Family members of Omoyele Sowore, convener of the Revolution Now movement, has accused President Muhammadu Buhari and Department of State Services (DSS) of plotting to kill the activist. Shore's family raised the alarm while expressing deep concern over the activist's state of health. In a statement jointly signed by Dikin S. Omoyeni, Olusegun Sowore, and Robert Sowore, the family said, "We are seriously worried when this assault happened openly inside the courtroom, a court which is the last hope of the masses. Who knows what they might have done to him now that he has been in their custody for months. Everybody can see now that General Muhammadu Buhari and the DSS wanted to kill our son." The family also called on Nigerian Bar Association, National Assembly, and international communities to ensure the safety of their son. So you see, everybody now, even in America, they started with one senator. Now so many senators are crying out there. You guys heard before we had issues with our connection that United Kingdom is also complaining, and they are harassing these people against Omoyele Sowore. Anyways, that's where we stand with these things. I want to finally, before we round up, let me show you this other news, and we will be done. I hope you guys enjoyed the thing that the news that we brought you today, even with all the all the mishaps here and there, all the glitches. I promise that once we're done, we're gonna do an overhaul of our equipment to make sure it doesn't happen anymore. We have to learn to take responsibilities when these things happen, not look for an imaginary person to blame. Okay. There was one other senator, American senator, who complained about what is going on in Nigeria. Let me show you the guy. Now there are three of them. Initially, it was just one, but now it don't pass. It don't pass more than one. One second. Oh, but before we go, there's a quick video I need to show you guys of Deji Adeyanju. There was something he said, and you guys need to hear it just before we go. Deji made an important revelation, and let me just serve you guys this one. I think it's interesting because once we bump onto something interesting, it's important that you guys get to know it. So listen to Deji and what he has to say.
The boy, compromise our group. We're going to receive money from your persons. We're not saying it because of the disappointment. We're saying it because we ourselves have been offered money, not once, not twice, not three times before. You understand? And whatever they must have offered them, we've been offered times 10 of that in the past. If I tell you that I've been offered $2 million to leave Nigeria, travel abroad, and stop disturbing this government, you will really believe it. If I tell you that I've been offered that I should bring one of my in-laws, so that he'll be given an appointment, so that I will be taken care of if I don't want to accept the appointment, will you believe? No, you will not.
Do you guys see what is going on in the background? When you are not seeing people, when 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 people are not talking, things are going on in the background. I just had to let you hear what Deji said to let you see what this government is up to. They are very, very desperate. They are just very, very desperate. They are looking for people to go and speak on behalf of them to stop all the protests, to stop. By the way, DSS will just wake up and release intelligence that they have intelligence that people are planning to disrupt activities and cause mayhem. DSS are the alarmists right now. They are the ones that are creating problem. They are the ones that spread news about the sky falling when nothing is falling. Protest don't isn't protest enshrined in our constitution or in the Charter of Human Rights? You have a right to protest. How you go beat a child, you tell am say make you no cry? Protest is we crying. You do us something, e dey pain us, you say you should be suffering and smiling. No, that's why they enshrine protest in the constitution. There's nowhere that they said protest is wrong. They say they are planning protest as if na coup. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna stop here, but let me again apologize for all the hitches. As soon as I'm done, we're gonna go and look into it so that we can bring you guys better presentation tomorrow. Please come back tomorrow at the normal time we normally broadcast to you, and we will make it up to you. Honestly, there's special it's a special presentation I want to do tomorrow, but when you guys come, I'll be able, and I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. It's something I've been following for a long time, and when you hear it, you'll be glad that you joined us. So join us tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. which is 4 p.m. Nigerian time. Okay, on behalf of myself and Dr. Erica Wanyan and the Worship Media crew, um, I'm saying I love you, and you know it, and you know it, that I'd say it from the bottom of my heart. All right, take care. Bye bye.